When we review or report on something, we don't want there to be any guesswork. We believe the information must be accurate and it has to be reliable. For what we review, the goal is hopefully to educate our audience, and at the same time, an equally important goal is in turn to get educated ourselves. What we want to do is earn the trust of our audience, and to do that, we ensure what we report is accurate, rumor-free, and teaser-free. The premium cigar industry is so dynamic, and every day brings something new. We wanted Cigar Coop to be an extension of that experience, so it has to be 365 days a year. We wanted to create a true media ecosystem and integrate Cigar Coop with the power of our Stogie Geeks programming network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geek Show. This is our Stogies of the Week segment. We just started off with a new Stogie. We're all like, woo! It's one definitely packs some punch to it. And I actually got on closeout, which is just amazing. It's an EP Carrillo Short Run 2015. This is from box number 1 that I got on closeout. I recently just purchased box number 2. So there's more in there if you guys want to pirate and pillage the village.
I'm in.
There's more in there. There's a whole box, so feel free, grab some. This is a really good smoke. Actually, we were just talking about some smokers we know that are pretty picky.
Yeah.
That have a lot of the EPC stuff. They're like, this one's really good. And I agree.
Brother David Joyles.
Yeah, you gotta let these age. And I think, coming out in 2015, they've had an appropriate amount of time to age and really come into their own. I enjoy smoking them as a stronger, offering from EPC.
Yeah.
Love this stick. Love this. This is the Robusto size.
Nice. If I could take a second, man, it feels good to be back.
Yeah, back in full swing.
The trifecta of the boys are back together, and I want to give props to the crew and everybody for accommodating the time change today.
Apparently, we're drinking rum today. It drinks more like a whiskey than a rum.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What is this, Pilar?
Pilar rum, yeah.
Dark.
Aged in Angel's Envy barrels.
Be good for dark and stormies. Just
nothing like drinking during the day. Woo. Joe D is, of course, not participating today because he's professional.
Fortunately, get the little orange soda, but it's okay. There's plenty of time to drink.
Orange soda and cigars. How's that pair?
Oh, the sugar in there, it plays well enough. Well enough.
Sugar in the rum, too.
Yeah.
That there is. Why is all the rum going?
That's right.
There it is.
Joe D wants to kick us off.
Came back to cigar I found not too long ago, Aurora Puro Vintage 2003. Absolutely amazing. Love this particular stick, and there's not too many left next door, so goes back to I could have been completely selfish and bought them all up, but tell my friends, tell the listeners right now, if you haven't had one yet, did you do yourself a serious justice and get one. Ecuadorian wrapper, Dominican binder and filler. A little bit higher price point, $20, but man, is this thing worth it? If you got,
is that what they're commanding?
It is.
I actually did find some of these online.
Full 2-hour
years
and change
ago,
smoke.
Yeah, years ago on sale. It is a 2-hour smoke
all day. Nice Solomon size, 7.5 by 58.
MSRP is $25. According to Half Wheel, the date of release is 2008.
Yes.
There were boxes of 12,000 cigars total, which seems kind of low. My guess is they might have still made them after the initial release, as much as I've seen them. And let's see what the Half Wheel rating was only an 81. I tell you what, this is a smoke, though, Joe D, that really picked up in flavor over time.
I was able to pick up quite a few flavors. Cocoa, oak, leather, little light pepper, and some chocolate. And absolutely enjoyable. I give it a box worthy for sure. And same filler and binder as the 100 Años, which I was able to read up on that.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yep, released 2008. Five years of age. And the year, the 2003, that refers to the crop year. I guess.
Yes. The tobacco came from that crop year. That's
I wanted to
Puro
get
Vintage
that out
is
there.
that line.
Right.
Yeah, it does that.
So it's 2003.
I've got also next door, I scooped up the 2005. I can't wait to smoke that too.
Just on clearance?
No.
No.
They're-
Oh, no. I thought
No,
it
but
said
it's limited. What they have is
okay.
So I was just doing
Gotcha.
some quick Google searching. You used to be able to find bundles of these online.
okay.
A quick Google search reveals that while they still come up in your first page on Google, they're no longer available from a lot of those big online retailers. I think that's part of the push that La Aurora made.
I've not seen them in any shop, and that Salomon size and the wrap. I mean,
Havana Cigar Club might be one of
man.
the few places to find them. I haven't done an extensive search for them in some time because I still have some left from my original bundle purchase. Purchased a couple next door, and right now they are.
you can taste the age.
What was your rating on that? I mean, these are.
I gave it a box worthy, but I'm actually, I'm teetering on higher. I really.
It's a
really
Fight
like
Chuck
this.
Norris. For
It
me.
is
solid. It's a solid Fight Chuck Norris cigar.
I think because I'm so
when you-
power
if you-
packed today with my
Yeah.
my ratings, I smoked quite a few good
If you
ones.
could find them at the price point I was buying them at, I tell you, you would buy a ton. I just don't think
That's a good
that-
point. Based on the availability, Chuck Norris all day. He's catching a beat in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let me see. We've reviewed this cigar in the past. Hold on. We reviewed it in 2015. It was me.
Have you had this, Joe?
What episode was that? 2015.
I had it
100 something.
episode 141, Rain
Oh,
Man.
wow. There you go.
He was close.
I gave it a Fight Chuck Norris.
There you go.
So
See?
my rating is consistent. I've smoked a few since then, and it holds steady as Fight Chuck Norris. I tell you, it's bordering on Oasis. That
Yeah.
tobacco just keeps getting friggin' better and better, dude.
Joe, have you had one?
No, I'm.
Right next door, man. There's only a couple. Actually, there's a couple left.
All right.
Raid
there's a
my
couple
humidor
left.
first.
Okay.
Look
It's there?
Yeah, it might be. It might have a couple.
Even better.
You gotta
Ooh,
dig.
jackpot.
If you really dig
Depleting
for
the
them,
stock.
you can find some. I know I got a couple at home too. So yeah, raid my humidor here. Find one.
Awesome.
You know, I gotta
Awesome.
raise
One. Find one.
Okay.
Not five.
I gotta raise the pirate flag.
What are you doing with that trash bag? I'm taking them all.
No, that company is, ever since it was Willie who came in, right,
Yeah.
for the interview? Ever
Willie
since-
Marante, yep.
Ever since Willie came in, and I've really
All
explored.
those Cien Años like Petit Coronas.
Yeah, I've been actually.
I see you. Dude,
I've been
crushing 'em.
They run from you. They run in fear.
There
They're
he
like,
is.
Joe Hollywood's here.
in that.
The hair's
humidor-
mint, he's coming.
In that humidor, the Umbagog, and that are like my go-to, and the Don Carlos are
Yeah.
like my
Oh, yeah.
go-tos.
Oh, yeah.
And lately, when I'm there, I've been doing a lot of my go-tos as opposed to, because I've been getting other stuff now that I'm saving sticks and I got somewhat of a humidor groove going.
You put me on that Don Carlos, and
Isn't that amazing? That's a awesome
it's amazing,
stick.
and
See, I was spoiled with the
I
Don
can't find it in
Carlos.
too many places. It's a bummer. I'm really looking for it when I see
the
it.
torpedo of the Don Carlos. I want to say, I had some aged ones of those, and I was spoiled.
Yeah,
I
isn't
couldn't
that a
smoke regular-
Bellicosa size?
It was a
It's okay.
Bellicosa. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
And I just, ever since I smoked the aged ones of those, those are awesome.
I always tell my friends, so I would tell the consumers that if we throw out that name and they go to a shop and they don't understand, like which one's which, the Don Carlos edition in the Altura Fluente box, when you open the box, it has a black felt background.
Yeah.
That's what I've
As
been going by
opposed-
too. Yeah.
As opposed to the traditional red background. And I have
Right.
a lot of friends, well, did they change the blend because they changed the labels? No, they changed the labels to honor Carlos Fluente Sr., so they made a black label.
I wanted one
there.
specifically the other night.
They're
at-
Cameroon, right? The Don Carlos is that Cameroon?
I'm not too.
wanna
I'd
say
have to
it's
check my notes, but it's that Don Carlos Bellicoso is a huge go-to. I absolutely love that stick.
Joe, I was in the city the other night. I won't name the shop, but that's what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. And they didn't have it. Oh, I was bummed.
See, you got to take a page out of my book. I go to the retail store of what I feel like smoking, and then unless the shop can convince me otherwise to try something new.
That's why I came
It
late.
is a Cameroon wrapper, and actually, Cigar Aficionado's top 25 for 2016, it was ranked number 4. The 20. It's interesting that 2015. I'm sorry. So number 4 cigar of 2015 was the Don Carlos.
Yeah, you got
Bellicoso.
Cameroon and it's Dominican and Dominican,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Cameroon.
yeah.
Joe, to your point, I could have stayed home last night. I was jonesing after a eventful day with the kids, and basketball game was on. Wanted to do a little show prep, some reviews, and I absolutely wanted this Puro Vintage 2003. I came late night, set up shop over here. I had to have one.
Oh,
that was one of
so good.
absolutely. I had to have one. And to your point,
They
you
are.
know, particular shops have those gems, and you got to seek them out.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, if for the consumers out there, you open up the Arturo Fuente box, it's the one with the black felt background. Those are the ones by Don Carlos, and you definitely should check them out. Not that to take anything away from the line,
No.
but the price point on them is amazing.
Right.
You know, as opposed to, you know, you spending 20 for an Opus or something like that. You know, it's got a good price point, and I've been playing around with the different sizes, which I'm loving all the sizes. So.
The enjoyability factor, it smokes certainly like a $20 stick. It stops you in the tracks.
Yep.
It's that good. Yep.
Definitely. I had the EP Carrillo New Reserva Toro.
Yep.
It's a 6x52.
New Wave Reserva?
New Wave. Yep. I did have Wave. I
That's
just didn't read
one
it.
of my favorite regular smokes.
Yeah. Connecticut. Awesome stick. We're talking binders, Connecticut broadleaf. Filler is Dominican.
Connecticut, not broadleaf. It's Connecticut.
It's just Connecticut?
It's just Connecticut.
Okay.
I don't think it's
I think it's okay. Well, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And then the filler, you have Dominican and Nicaraguan, and your wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut. And let me tell you something. I don't know if these this is one of the ones that you had given me. Did it age? Is it aged? It's amazing.
No.
No?
Well, no. It does not have it because I buy regular boxes. This is one of my regular.
Okay, because
the binder is Connecticut broadleaf. The wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut, Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers, according to the Cigar Authority website here. So,
I gave it a box split. Amazing stick. I had it in the morning. It's a great stick with a cup of coffee to get your palate going. You know, if you want to participate in Sunday Fun Day or Saturday Fun Day, however you want to do it, it's a great stick.
that's my everyday morning cigar. I
Really?
would smoke that cigar every morning if I could.
Yeah, it's a good stick for sure.
Nice. Awesome. Also came across this gem last night. Nestor Miranda Grand Reserve 2012. There's only a few left next door. I've never heard of it before. Obviously, 2012 piqued my interest with the age. Could absolutely taste the age on this cigar. Our buddy Willie Morante, La Aurora, this is his wedding stick. They're smoking at his wedding in a couple weeks, and going back and forth with him the last night. Not to name drop him, but he said for sure if there's any left, scoop them all up. So the listeners at home, get over and get some before they're gone.
And they ship too, Havana, right?
They do.
So you
They do.
can look up Havana over in Warwick, Rhode Island, and they will ship them to you at a discounted price for sure. They're on blowout now.
24 Quaker Lane.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Again, getting back to the blowout conversation, how you have good sticks that you just never, and maybe in that particular humidor, it's because you walk in, you have so many face-ins. It just doesn't get the.
Well,
the
it's the
attention
clientele.
there.
Your clientele is going to dictate what sells, what doesn't, obviously.
Right.
And
Had a conversation with Todd next door specifically about this stick. It never made sense to him that it didn't move as well as it did at the time. He bought a ton of boxes. This thing will blow you away. It's ridiculous.
And let me tell you about those. Those have been aging. The ones in there. So yeah.
So good. I give it another box where there was a 6 1/8 by 52 torpedo, Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. $12 price point. Comes in boxes of 10. You can taste the age on this cigar. Coffee, leather, and tobacco. Other reviews I conferred with had a lot of pepper in there. I didn't get that, probably due to age, I'm guessing.
Is that what you mean? You can taste the age?
I feel I could taste the age.
Is it like a milk?
Is that a thing?
A gilf? Is that-
Oh God! The show's been derailed. What a pervert!
I couldn't let that one go, dude.
I know.
Couldn't let that one go.
I got a little bit of pepper on the retro.
Taste the age.
Taste the age.
It's like cheese that's been moldy in my refrigerator. No,
Nasty.
that's not it.
No.
That's tasting a different kind of age.
I got medium strength on this. It was previously listed as a full cigar. For me, it was medium, probably with the time, I'm guessing. Sled box press.
You can taste
And,
that age. That's right.
The two. I'm trying to stay in the lane, man. The 2011 version apparently was a little more harsh, and they got it right in 2012. I don't have much to compare. I haven't smoked the 2011. Maybe you guys have.
I have not. I'm going to go back and smoke those.
But that's the general consensus that 2012 they tweaked it just a bit and absolutely got it right. It's a home run, box worthy.
So apparently this was a limited smoke that became regular production.
Okay.
I want to say I bought a box from when it was actually limited, actually on
You
closeout.
bought a box? Oh, man.
No, well, this is a different cigar in that same light.
Okay.
This is the E.B. Carrillo Short Run 2016, which I don't think I've reviewed before on the show. It's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over Nicaraguan even binder and filler. The filler is highlighted by Criollo 98 tobacco and Somoto from the Somoto region of Nicaragua, according to cigar-coop.com. It is just an exquisite cigar. It is medium-bodied, full of flavor. Loved smoking this cigar.
This is 16?
2016 short run. I smoked 2 of them. They come in boxes of 10.
Okay.
I bought a box kind of like sight unseen. I'm like, yep, give me a box. Those have been sitting for over a year probably.
Yep.
And I was not disappointed by any stretch.
Awesome.
Now, there were some that I thought could have used a little more age. I'm going to go back and revisit some of those for review. But this one, I bought a bunch on closeout, and this one really stood out to me as in a similar profile to that New Wave Reserva, Joe Hollywood, in a similar profile to the Ernesto Perez Carrillo, the Humidor, Ernesto's Humidor, the Connecticut release in there. Even though it's not a Connecticut wrapper, it's very much in the same, similar strength profile. I thought was just tons of flavor. The 2 that I smoked burned, just perfectly. The ash, like an inch or more long ash every time I would ash on this cigar. Just impeccable all the way around.
Nice.
So this is box worthy for sure, in my opinion.
Awesome. I haven't been on the show in a couple of weeks. I've got some legit bangers here. The La Aurora, buckle up, boys. Grab that seatbelt.
There we go.
La Aurora 100 Años Cameroon. I've got a box sitting on me next door there. Chuck Norris is absolutely catching and beating on this one.
Oh, that's a Laro Preferidos Cameroon Lancero?
Not the Preferidos. It's the 100 Años
100 Años
Cameroon Lancero.
They have
Is that
so
a
many
Cameroon?
La Auroras.
Yeah, I was fooled at first too when I was I've had the Preferidos, but there's
So this is the
there's a difference.
100 Años Lancero, and that's a Cameroon wrapper on it?
Cameroon wrapper.
Are you sure about that, really?
Yes. Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Fact check me if possible, but
Oh, he will. Paul's back.
7.5 by 40 Lancero, Cameroon wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican Corojo, and Piloto Cubano filler.
You're right. That's a Cameroon wrapper on it.
$12 price point, box of 25. I would absolutely spend $25 on the cigar if I had to, which we don't have to because it's $12, and
Right.
they got them next door. They're phenomenal. Barnyard.
Mark Jr., speaking of cigars you buy when your son or daughter is born, bought a box of these, I believe when his daughter was born, maybe one of his children, because his daughter or son, but bought a box of these. And wise choice.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Barnyard notes specifically, I'm a big fan of that. I love that. Leather, nuttiness, creamy. Released in 2015, made in DR. Leon Jimenez Tabacalera Factory. And give it a box worthy. It's certainly worthy of even, for me anyway, even possibly a higher rating. But they're that good. Big Lancero smoker now. Speaks to me.
Yeah,
I agree.
Lanceros, you really got to get into them. You know, they're amazing smokes. You know,
I wouldn't bring this on the golf course. This is you want to be
Yeah.
tabled for a couple
Yeah.
hours in a nice comfortable chair or your deck wherever and just
Take
get
your
into
time
it.
with it.
Oh yeah, yep.
Joe Hollywood, what else you got?
speaking of golf course,
Bring it on.
right?
Did you go golfing this weekend?
No, not this weekend. Last weekend. If it won't stop raining,
It's terrible, isn't it?
I was on the golf course and I pawed the hole. And this cigar was so
And
usually
this is important to the cigar.
yes.
Okay.
Usually, well, more importantly, not only did I par it, I beat the opponent. So then on the next tee, if you are ahead of the hole, you have honors, they call it, and you get to tee off. This cigar was so good, I sat in the golf cart and said, You
deferred.
All three of you can.
A gentleman's deferral.
All
Nice.
three of you can tee off because I am enjoying this smoke. It's
There you go.
amazing. And it is the Viaje Exclusivo Reserva Robusto 5x54, this edition. Now, if you Google.
This year's edition?
Because what happens is the Viaje Exclusivo Reserva.
Comes out.
It comes out every so often. I'm not too.
Not every
sure.
year, but every
It comes out in a lineup, which makes the Viaje Exclusivo Reserva has now 17 lines. So if you Google that, there's 17 lines of smokes there. This year's
there was
label,
like a box press version of this at one time.
There's a box press. If you look there, they're all different sizes.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Yeah.
Hot Wheel has a whole.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's a murderer's row right there.
For those of you who are scoring at home,
want to smoke that?
You can't zoom in,
Wow.
but there you go. Can you zoom? There you go.
There
So
it is.
all that lineup is what they have to offer there. So this year's edition has a red label, Viaje. Let me tell you something. It has a sweetness, but it's a natural sweetness component that like I said, I podded the hole, cut it, lit it up. And I sat in the cart, and we drove to the next tee, and I was like, I am not teeing off right now. This is so good. I kind of had like a little moment.
I need this.
Right? I kind
need
of had a
this,
little
man.
moment. That being said, Rapid Binder Finger Filler is all Nicaraguan blend there. I gave it Fight Chuck Norris. Just
He's not walking away from today, man.
no, just complete.
He's getting some.
Fight Chuck Norris, and I had the Robusto. The size is 5x54.
Where'd you secure this?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Your neck of the woods?
Yeah, no. Well, Fall River, Old Firehouse Cigar Shop.
Interesting.
So he's pretty big on Viajes. There, that's one of the blends that if you ever looking for Viaje, Old Firehouse over in Fall River, and they do ship as well. If I talk too fast and you don't understand what I just said, email me at joeh@stogiegeeks.com. I'll give you the information.
Nice.
But like I said, I like to try a lot of Viajes from him. Again, I tailor my travels to the
Right.
shop.
There you go.
If I feel like a Viaje, or and he's got a lineup that I haven't even touched yet there. But you can also get them at Vintage as well,
Gotcha.
which is turning into my
Viaje.
Tommy Kloon is big on the
Viaje
vintage
line,
down there.
so-
I mean,
Yeah, so-
big on the
yeah.
Viajes. That's one of his wheelhouse.
over Vintage Cigar Lounge over in Westerly.
Yep. Nice.
So, but Fight Chuck Norris all day. Do you want one? I can get you
I
one.
do want one now
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
talking about it.
I
Like,
gave you
I'm
another
jealous.
Viaje. I don't know if you got to it yet.
I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah,
I do have that in my
That's
humidor.
part of that lineup, but I think that was last year's or
The one you
last.
gave me was the antidote or something like that.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah,
It was the
okay.
antidote. Yeah, from the zombie apocalypse. Yes, that's good. The antidote. Smoke that in the morning. It does have that sweetness to it. But this, I think they tried to do something with that sweetness there. It's not sweet as in infused. It's a naturally sweet tobacco. It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Nice.
I smoked something else in the New Wave line, the EPC New Wave Churchill.
Okay.
Different from the Toro. Like, I've smoked probably 3 boxes.
Was it Connecticut?
It was New Wave Reserva, Connecticut.
Yep.
I usually smoke the Toro. I found some on close out there with the Churchill. I rolled the dice.
Yep.
They're good. They're not as good as the Toro. I have to admit, they're not as good as the Toro, in my opinion. But I do like smoking the Churchill. It's a little longer smoke. It's a little lighter.
Right.
I think the smaller size, he was able to pack in a little bit more in the strength meter, a little bit more in the flavor meter in the Toro size. But the Churchill is a great smoke as well. I've smoked to probably 3 or 4 of those in the Churchill size, and I'm happy with my box purchase. So I'll give that a box worthy, in my opinion. That EPC New Wave line is just, it continues to impress me. The Toro that's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Bellow
But
ball. Yeah.
I tell you what, being a fan of the Toro, smoking that Churchill, I was like, I can dig these. I can
There you
dig
go.
these. It's a little, like I said, longer smoke, a little more mild. Lasts you a little longer. You need like 2 cups of coffee to get through it, in the morning.
Sure.
But I'm good with that. But I definitely prefer the Toro still. So
Get back to where he was earlier. I was really craving the Arturo Fuente Don Carlos. Particular shop I was at didn't have it, but the LFD Colorado Oscuro has eluded me. Quite a few friends are big on it, and particularly Big Tony next door. And I found it, came across it, thoroughly enjoyed it. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Dominican Sumatra binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan filler, $8.50 price point, box of 50. I smoked the Gordo, 5 3/4 by 60, and very enjoyable. Dark oily wrapper, on par for LFD. Grass and leather components, some sweetness, and it was smoother and more mild than I thought and would have expected from an LFD. So it was a nice change up. I normally like the power and bang out of the LFD, but very enjoyable. Listed as a full cigar, but I put it at like a medium plus myself, and I'm kind of caught in between on the rating. I've got the 5 in the box split. I'm right in between. I could go either way. I'll probably need to smoke it a few more times to see where it's at. Have you smoked that in particular?
Yeah, Colorado wrappers, I find
Where are you at with the rating?
you got to have a lighter with you. The lighter, the rating,
Yeah.
the rating that I'd probably give it a 5. I don't quite know if I'd go box split just because of the Colorado wrapper. I with Colorado wrappers, I don't know what your experience is, but to me they run moist, and I light them all the time, But
Yeah,
No?
I mean, I find that more with Connecticut broadleaf, more so than Colorado.
okay,
A lot of times that can be the time of year too, as well. As we covered on the last show was on your humidors have to go through a change, which is tough now because our air conditioner is broken where I have my humidors now in the studio.
Yep.
So, that warm and humid climate is not good, obviously for cigars. So,
Somewhat limited release. It's biannual, but they seem to be popping up in all the shops. I for whatever reason, I just haven't come across it yet. The smoke it. I've been diverting to
Where'd you
other
get it?
smokes. Hanley's.
okay,
Hanley's downtown.
Providence, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have anything else that's coming to mind. I was kind of ill prepared for the Stogies of the Week segment this week. Just kind of talking about what I've gotten recently on close. Oh, I did get
I got
this
you back. I got a couple more.
This one's
I got a few more too.
This one's pretty good. This is what I was talking about with the EPC Cardinal. This is the Toro. Not as good as the Robusto, but still pretty solid. It's interesting how much the flavor changes from Robusto to Toro. And I like the Robusto better, although the Toro is really good. And it's interesting because in the New Wave Reserva, I like the Toro, not so much the Robusto. So from line to line, your size definitely matters. And we've talked about that. Manufacturers, different lines, different sizes, right? But I got these on closeout as well, and I'm very happy with my purchase. So I've got some. I might have given. What did I give you?
Is this it?
I don't know what I gave you. I have some for you guys to
Let's
try.
check them
Is
out.
that Connecticut?
Yeah. No, this is the. It's a Sumatra wrapper actually on
Nice.
the Cardinal line,
Okay.
which they've since
Nice,
kind
thank you.
of changed gears and discontinued. So I like the Toro. I thought it had a little. It's interesting how it had a little more of like a herbal-esque component to it. Very different from the Robusto. But I like the Robusto better. So if you find those, definitely go check them out. I smoked some old school Padilla as well. That Padilla Series 68.
You gave me one.
Did I give you-
I did.
That
I didn't
little
get to it
Robusto-
yet.
that little
I didn't
Robusto's
get to
really
it yet.
good.
It's actually
Yeah,
right
like,
there in my.
It's a good everyday smoking cigar. Like I got them for like $3 or $4 a stick or something like that.
Yep.
Great everyday morning smoking kind of cigar. They've got a little bit of age on them. I definitely liked them.
I've been carrying that around in my little computer bag.
Yeah,
In a
yeah,
humidor.
it definitely
My
definitely
computer
gets
bag.
it. It's
I
good.
just haven't gotten to it
It's
yet.
good. It's not quite on the level of some of the stuff I bought on closeout, but I like it. A lot of the Padilla, aside from their like really high end line Padilla, I forget even what they call it. They come in a coffin. They're like $15+ a stick. Those are phenomenal. Of their regular lines over time, the older 1932s are really good. The Series 68 has been kind of a good everyday smoking cigar, especially in the Robusto. And I bought a box of those. I'm happy with my box purchase. Like it's a good filler cigar in between things.
Right.
I like it. It's solid.
Solid price point. Too.
Yeah. I give it like I bought a box. I'd probably rate it a box split.
Right.
More so than a box worthy. So
One of the things I've been doing is it's been now we're at the 6-month mark that I've been co-hosting the show, and I've been going through some of my old reviews So what I did was I revisited the La Polina Black Label Toro. Mm-hmm. And wrapper is Brazilian Habano. The binder, Dominican Nicaraguan. Filler is Dominican Nicaraguan. In March, I gave it a $5 on the record here at StogieGeeks.com. And I actually want to change that to a box split. I don't know what it is.
I like going back and we update
I don't
the
know what it
ratings.
is.
It's good.
But
Yeah.
The back end of that cigar, and then again, how I judge a cigar is when I'm getting really close, I wanted more. You know what I mean? You know, you want one more inch. You know what I mean? And
That's what she said.
yeah, right. And the first time I smoked it, I was like, yeah, you know, what I gave it. I just said it, right? I just forgot it and said it. I gave it a try one, and like I said, I would upgrade that to a box split. I kind of revisited that with the La Polina and
Jumped 2 spots in the rankings.
yeah. I actually
Tasty.
I'm starting to dig that series. I'm gonna go for the Robusto and kind of see, because I've had the same size the same time, which was the Toro,
Nice.
which size wise that was 6x50.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to see now that is fresh in my mind.
See what the Robusto does for you.
I'm gonna see what the Robusto does. It's that back end of that wrapper. I know it's that dark, super
Yeah, it
dark
is very
wrapper.
super dark,
I get
yeah.
a
It's
little
good
bit
to
of the
shoot.
black
Yeah.
licorice there, and it was good. I don't know if it was just either what I ate or what I liked, but I definitely was like, wow, I can't believe I gave this a try one
Right.
3 months ago. So
Joe D, what else you got?
Happened to grab another gem at Hanley's, Tatuaje Fausto, which I've yet to have. Heard plenty about it, but haven't tried it myself. Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan long fillers. I smoked the Robusto 5x54. Nice price point of $7, box of 25. I gave it a box worthy. It was that good for me, and wasn't really drinking at the time. I wanted to get a full, honest assessment. Just some Diet Coke, leather and earth, some nice pepper. I'm not a big pepper guy, but it had a nice mix in there. Tobacco creaminess, dark oily wrapper, full cigar, and it was enjoyable. I'm definitely going to hit it again.
Nice.
Yep.
I haven't been a huge fan of the Fausto. I haven't smoked it in a while, though.
Yep.
Joe Hollywood, you got more on your list?
I actually tried La Roma de Cuba Edición Especial number 3, Toro size.
Is it the Reserva or the regular?
It's the. I knew you were gonna come up with this. Hold on.
Because you smoked the Reserva,
It's
right?
the Toro,
Yeah, that was my next one, the
It's old
Reserva.
school. It's old school. It's
That's the regular line.
It's the Toro size number 3, which is 6x50. Let me click on my link here.
The Reserva has an extra band on it that says Reserva.
Yeah, no. It
Okay. So you smoked the
basically
regular one, and now-
it's got the La Roma de Cuba logo
Yeah.
on it, and then at the right on the bottom, it just has a little one, which is EE, which is Edición Especial.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Edition Special is different. That's a lighter wrapper.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
I like that the Robusto size. It's pretty good.
I had the Toro size. It was
Okay.
an Ecuadorian sun-grown wrapper.
Yep.
With Nicaraguan binder and filler tobaccos. Classic old
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Classic old school La Roma de Cuba.
Yep.
Good smoke. Constructed well. Had it on the golf course. I definitely
It's a
gave
good
it a
golfing
$5.
cigar. Yeah, I
it was a
agree.
good.
Yeah.
It was a good golfing cigar. I gave it a $5. It was a beautiful day. I golfed North Kingstown Golf Course.
There you go.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
But yeah, so it was one of those things. It's classic La Roma de Cuba tobacco.
Yeah, it's
old
not like
school
I
classic.
gotta sit and have a nice cocktail and really. It's
Nope.
a good everyday
Nope,
smoking.
it's a good
golf
everyday
course
smoke.
cigar.
Like
Yeah,
I said, I gave it a $5. If you got them, if you see them lying around,
Yep.
the price point is in that $7-8 range. It's
The
not part of
Robusto I would rate pretty similarly.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of the Robustos. I smoked through them. They're good.
It's not.
It's a $5.
It's not. It's not part of the newer stuff where they're trying to get
Yeah.
the blends going. It's just old school. Awesome.
And because Joe D smoked something else from La Roma de Cuba, correct?
The Reserva.
Yeah. The Reserve is really good, actually.
It was an event next door, and I smoked the Mia Moore, the regular
Mia
one.
Moore, that's what it is. The Mia Moore Reserva.
And the Reserva, the Mia Moore, I gave it give it a $5. The Reserver absolutely stopped me in my tracks, and I bought a box right
Kicks it
there.
up
Was
a
that
notch,
good?
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I'd give it a little more than a $5. What's the hold on.
The Reserva or
The Mi Amor.
the Mi Amor? Okay, the regular Mi Amor.
Yeah, the regular Mi Amor, I would give that a box split.
Interesting.
I like it. You know?
Have you tried the Reserva?
Yes.
Reserve. I think the Reserva is a pretty standout stick.
Yeah, I'm more on the Reserve. I like a full cigar, but it was just it was a little much for me at that time. It just didn't speak to me. But I smoked the Robusto Maximo, they call it, 5.5 by 54. Cuban seeds, San Andreas, Oscuro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan long fillers. $8.75 for the price point, box of 24. Had it all flavor, chocolate, earth, sweetness, and slow burn, very smooth. And I noted it was, to me, it was blended well. Full cigar, and very good.
Nice.
Yep.
This is great.
So,
what we're smoking?
are you guys done with reviews? I think we're done, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
This EPC Short Run 2015, right, hits the spot, right?
Yes,
In
it
this little
does.
Robusto size.
Goes great with rum.
Everything I've paired with this rum has been fantastic.
Yeah, this is good rum.
Good stuff.
Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's kicking in now.
It's got like a chocolatey profile to it.
Yeah, it's got a chocolatey profile. It's kicking in really nicely. Now, where did you get these?
On closeout from
Okay.
various outlets.
So they've been aged or no? Not really.
No, I mean, I don't know how long the store had them. Actually, these came from the box that I've had in my humidor for probably a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's amazing how you let it sit. I know I'm pretty anti
these took a
letting
while
it
to
sit.
come into their own. Like these really
Right.
needed like that time in the humidor to really come in their own, and now they're just a fantastic. I mean, they're box worthy to me all day long.
Were they way stronger initially? Because that first
They were strong. Yeah, that's a strong cigar.
at first glance initially, I said, "Wow!" You know,
that first couple of puffs, it's like, woo, yeah.
what are we getting into here? But it absolutely tamed down and consistently smooth. Now it's good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's be a good golf stick too.
Yeah, I think there's a Toro version of this, which might actually be even better for golfing.
There you go.
There you go. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening to this edition of the Stogie Geek Show. We'll see everyone next time.